In today's episode of Is It Worth It, we dive into faction transport missions. These missions are available in every royal city by speaking to the faction warfare captain, then choosing to flag for faction warfare. For this video, we will focus only on the Tier 3 mission, which requires 15 hearts to start and substantial carry weight. Hearts are obtained by redeeming faction warfare points for them from the same NPC or buying them off the local market. For the purpose of today's video, we are going to buy some off the Limhurst market to get started. Profit really comes down to time spent per mission, and to understand the variability in these, we need to talk about mounts. The two most common mounts used are the Grizzly Bear, with a 75% move speed bonus, and the Spectral Direboar, with a 115% move speed bonus. Both mounts have unique abilities, which make them ideal for faction transporting. The Grizzly Bear's passive skill Rush is activated when a player or mob hits the bear, giving it an 80% move speed bonus for 4 seconds. This is useful when attempting to escape from yellow zone gankers or if you accidentally run into a group of opposing faction warfare players. The bear is also difficult to dismount when using a proper tank set, which we'll talk about a bit later. The Spectral Direboar's active skill, Glimpse of the Other Side, allows you to turn invisible for 5 seconds to bypass potential threats you encounter on your journey. This really comes down to your personal preference. However, the Direboar will yield much higher silver per hour at the expense of survivability. A single player can dismount the Spectral Direboar, while the Grizzly Bear requires at least a few players. Should you get dismounted on the Spectral Direboar, you can easily kite and get to safety, while the Grizzly Bear does not afford this option. This is due to the carry weight passive of all boars. Should you be knocked in the yellow zone, you will lose the transport package and all of the hearts within. The build for the Grizzly Bear is Soldier Helm, Guardian Armor, Guardian Boots, One Hand Mace, and Astral Aegis. The build for the Spectral Direboar is Soldier Helm, Assassin Jacket, Miner Boots, and Carving Sword. To make sure the W on Carving Sword is set to Iron Will, and activate this skill prior to use your Miner Boots to prevent purges. Use Fort Sterling Cape on both builds. The Tier 3 mission requires 15 hearts to start the mission and yields 18 hearts upon completion. Each mission yields a 20% profit in hearts versus the required input for the mission. This applies to missions which are one city away from the starting town. While missions further away do have a higher yield, they can be less efficient and carry higher risk. I will be starting in Limhurst, traveling to Tharkall Fisher, then returning to Limhurst. The Grizzly Bear takes 12 minutes and 20 seconds per mission, while the Spectral Direboar takes 10 minutes and 24 seconds per mission. Now, to break this down, we will assume that each heart costs 60,000 silver, and you plan on doing 6 hours of faction transport missions. Each completed mission yields a profit of 180,000 silver. The Grizzly Bear can complete 4.86 trips per hour, which puts the profit per hour at 874,800 silver, while the Spectral Direboar can complete 5.77 trips per hour, clocking in at a profit of 1,038,600 silver per hour. Over a 6-hour period, the Grizzly Bear nets a profit of 5,248,800 silver, while the Spectral Direboar nets a profit of 6,231,600 silver, beating out the Grizzly Bear by 982,800 silver for the full 6-hour session. Once completed, you can achieve further profit by converting the hearts into various items, such as faction capes or faction mounts, but we'll leave that for another video. Sit back and watch a movie, listen to an audiobook, chat with some friends while you can easily make 1,000,000 silver an hour in an almost risk-free activity. This means you can spend 1 hour a week and easily make 4 million a month doing a very passive activity. Or if you want to go hard, you can do it for an hour a day, every day out of the month, and almost pay for your premium.
What did he say?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see more content when it's released.